Once upon a time, there was a daddy with 2 sons. And the youngest son came to his daddy and said,
Can you have some of your money, Daddy? Here you go.
remember, someday you're going to die, Daddy.
Someday you're gonna die, Daddy.
And you're going to give me your money.
And you're gonna give me your money.
So how about you give me my money now?
How about you give me my money now?
Half my inheritance.
Have my hand.
Can you say inheritance?
Inheritance.
Okay. Okay, here you go, son.
Here you go. Okay, here you go, son.
And who stayed with him?
The brother. The other brother.
The other brother. So he went to the big city where everything was really good and fun, and he had lots and lots of his money, and he met up with friends, and his friends were like,
Woo! Hey, dude, you got some. What?
how about you have lots of money, dude?
You have a lot of money, dude.
Buy me stuff.
Buy me stuff.
What does your dude want?
A jacket.
What does this one want?
I don't want it. A jacket and what else? Balloons.
That's right.
I will buy everything you want.
And what happens? He runs out of money. And what happens to his friends?
And then what do
They're like, dude, you're not so cool if you don't have any money.
Dude, you're not so cool if you don't have any money.
Right? And then there was a great famine in the land. We're going to take the pretty flowers away and we're going to replace them with black flowers. You know what a famine means?
What?
It means there was not enough food for the people. And so now he's in a famine. And what's going to happen to him? You think he's hungry?
Yeah. Oops. Mom, do I have to? I can't reach him.
He's so hungry. What does he got to go do now?
Go get a job. I'm really hungry. Can you give me a job? Well, I do have some pigs. Well, okay. I will hire you to feed my pigs.
Tonight, what does the piggy say?
There's an ant! It's red.
Okay, so, okay. Now what happens when he's feeding the pigs?
He feeds them.
And does the piggy food look yummy to him?
No.
Because he's so starving? And he says to himself, what does he say, Taylor?
I wish I went home to get some food.
And he remembered home to his dad's animals and how well his dad's animals ate. And that he fed his dad's ponies and dinosaurs more and better than these pigs would ever eat. And that the servants that cared for them had the best food ever.
My daddy feeds my servant better than this.
So I want to go home and see Daddy.
So I want to go home and see Dad.
What happens when the daddy sees him coming?
My son! You're here! Let's have a party.
So a whole lot of time had gone by, so it was now spring, right? When he came home, it was spring, and they decided to have fish.
And they're all eating it.
And then what happens? And the brother comes in from the field. What does the daddy say to his older son when he says, I've always been here?
I always been here.
You were always a good son?
You were always a good son, but he was lost and he finally came home and returned.
Right, that's good. Until he didn't think he would ever see him again, right?
I didn't think I'll ever see him again.
Luke 15:11 through 32, the parable of the lost son. Jesus continued, "There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, 'Father, give me my share of the estate.' So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of the country, who sent him into the fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death? I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' So that he got up and went to his father. But while he was a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran out to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son said to his father, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have his feast to celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again, and he was lost, but now he's found.' So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked him what was going on. 'Oh, your brother has come,' he replied, 'and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound.' The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, 'Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours who has squandered your property with prostitutes comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him.' 'My son,' the father said, 'you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and has been found.'